Come have some fun and watch some games. Time to get crazy. It's night and day. Yeah. Night and day, back again. Back in the Talos Principle. The world within a world within a world within a world of the Talos Principle. In a simulation, possibly a layered simulation. And yeah, last time we found some craziness, some intense craziness, where we found that Elohim itself was trying to continue or perpetuate its own existence by not allowing the goal of the Talos Principle program to complete. Elohim had attained some sort of, maybe not actually true sentience, but something to the extent where it wanted itself, it still wanted to preserve its own functioning, so even if it can't think, it didn't want to terminate. Hello? Huh. Still not sure. Oh, hello. Right here is where the L block is. That's not an L block at all, dude. That's a standard. It's a lowercase L block. Oh, hello. What are you guys talking about today? This puzzle has no solution. Seriously. It's nonsense. Not even worth trying. Dog, you've been so pragmatic before. What's wrong, dog? If you do not become invested in finding a solution, you will be free. Yeah, that's true. You can then just run around the worlds doing whatever you want, Samsara, but do they kill you if you are not trying to complete the goals, the prescribed Elohim goals? Don't let Samsara discourage you. There is a solution. Don't let your mind get trapped in patterns. If you seek the truth without prejudice, you will find it. So Shepherd, Samsara has just become like, instead of sheep, her father or her progenitor was more like following the every whim of the Elohim. Samsara was starting out kind of like that, but now she's just like, just be free. Do whatever. Alright, so we've got several projectors. At least this one's already free. And we've got a red friend here. We can connect through there. Anything else? Not yet. Nothing else is accessible yet. So what is behind door number 1 is the first order of business. Oh, that is interesting. Let's indeed do that. Think about the future. Hey, Descartes. Think about the future, jumper. So, we've done that in this. Oh, we can now obtain this, so that wasn't really relevant. That was easy. Boop. Let's bring you out front to play for now. Let's see which windows we need to set you. Oh, we've already got 2, huh? Can I reach you from here? Yes. Boop, boop, ba-doop. Break on through to the other side. Alright, we need this constantly open in order to get the blue to take it back the other way. Oh, hello. This is to the outside world, isn't it? Okay. So that's how we get a beam to the projector that was outside. A lot of these puzzles in this particular zone have elements from within a puzzle zone that can reach objects and elements to the outside world. Hi, lady. You look a little sad. I don't know why you're a head downturned lady. Oh, maybe you're missing your shoes. Maybe you're like, damn, my feet hurt. And I've been walking a long way carrying my... What is that? My garbage bag. I don't know. You also have wings, so if that is why you're sad, you're an idiot. Maybe her wings are tired. Because, you know, wings... Just because you have wings doesn't mean that you can use them 24/7 without any sort of problem. Alright, so that's the next area. Wait. Blue. So all we have to do is leave one red open and then get the blue over here. But can we get the blue over here? Which one of these can we do with one? Do we need that open anymore? Probably not. So we need this red to hit that. But we can save... Is this a feature? No. Oh, oops. Let's make you guys a single... Oh, you little freaking... Ay, ya freaking pacha pupala de paper. Alright, so now, right, we can make this a single step process instead of a double step process, because you can reach all the way home. Or not. That's you, and that's you. What's the problemo? And who's going... Oh, shnikes. Those two lines are now intersecting. So, okay. No problem. We just need to move the other one closer. And take a wrong turn, take a wrong turn, take a wrong turn. Okay, so instead of this way, you're gonna be this way. Boop. Boop, boop. Extra step never hurt anybody. That's not true at all. Extra step could be onto a vat of acid. Or into. Alright, so now you're good. Now we have that happening in one step. Now we don't need this opening that door when we get to the final version of where we want everything placed. It's just a matter of placing it. You have to reach here, and then the problem becomes the angle. So we take this here to receive. Yeah, see? The problem's going to be like, how do we do it without crossing the streams? That's the real trick. There's this. What? What? What's that? I've never encountered a constant sound glitch before. That's interesting. The hell does that mean? Huh, that's very curious. I wonder, well now after the last episode, right, we had the Elohim major glitch breakdown thing, which was an intentional glitch, but we also had, where the hell am I? Oh, I'm in a secret zone, sort of. Is there a key on the ground? A mysterious key? I am definitely curious to look that up after I win the game. Like, what the hell did the key glitch mean? Or secret. Anyway, there's the intentional glitch, a la Elohim freaking right the hell out, and then there's the unintentional glitch, a la, i.e. we were in the area of the last Tetris zone, and we found that weird side path that seemed like that wasn't supposed to be the way things were working. So can I take... I am freaking out about that sound. I guess I shouldn't be. So yeah, I don't know if that sound glitch is an intentional glitch or a non-intentional glitch. So if I pull you this way... One of these friends can have two. The blue one has to have two. So I need to take this to the other side and then use this one to be the blue connector when I come back, because the blue friend has to be done last after the door is no longer accessible. But then it's going to be a matter of just not crossing the streams. So does he go actually over here? He can. It does look like he can. So that could be another thing. Well, yeah, it's just going to be a matter of finagling the right order out of these jumpers so that the angles don't cross. I believe that is what we are trying to achieve. Alright, so I'm going to put this guy here. No, not. That's incredibly stupid. Gonna try and set this guy here. I'm thinking this guy. Yes, yes. We'll come back to you, sir. There. Now, is that okay? No, I need to pull it back way far. Way far. That is a technical term. Then again, if you can't pull it back way far. Way far! Oh. I had it. Don't give it to me. What? Oh, maybe I can pull it right through there? If I remove this, I can take it through the other side. Let's try that. Open sesame, baby. Okay. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. This is the about of which I talk. Now, we want to do it like this, so we can have the other guy on the other side. I think that's more what we're trying to do. Now the blue guy has a free shot. Yar yar yar. Yar yar binks. Okay. So now if I disconnect him, boop, can I blue it up as I blow it up? No, you son of a cheesy freaking dong bastard. Oh, yeah, I can. Ha! Alright, good. Okay. Dog, what is your problem, dude? They should have put that in a different puzzle, because this one didn't seem that hard. Maybe this one is considered by more people to be hard, but they should have put that dog comment on like a puzzle that tested as super hard to a majority of people. Okay. That's what they should have done. Alright, so now we don't need this guy here. So we can once again open this. I don't need either of these other guys anymore, right? It depends. So we need to set up something over here. But I don't remember if the outside receiver was red or blue. Well, we'll just put it here as blue. And go back to the outside world. Check it out. Hey, Beeps and Boops. I guess we should Beeps and Boops you now. Is it the ghost in the machine, or is it normal email? Normal email. Apocryphal. Oh, Apocrypha 1. The Apocrypha of Saint Ealdwald. This vision was granted by the Archangel Uriel to the humble servant Ealdwald. Alright. Is that like the... Is that a real name? Was that the original name where they got Edward from, because it kind of has that feel to it, that he might bear testimony of. I turned to the north and saw 7 black clouds coming down upon the land, and each cloud was a plague unleashed from the throne of God in the time of the Nephilim. In that age the plagues were buried in the pit, there to remain until the end of days, which would surely now come. I fell to my knees and prayed, and before me appeared 7 angels riding their chariots, wheels within wheels, turning in the sky. The wheel in the sky is turning, and their light hid the clouds from my sight. One angel stepped down onto the earth, and by his fiery sword I knew him to be Uriel. He spoke, saying, 7 plagues have awoken in the land, but not at the hand of Elohim. Look upon the wages of sin, and shall he send forth the deluge once more, to cleanse the land of this evil? Shall he and all that slithers and all that crawls, and the birds of the sky and the fishes of the sea, to end that which you uncovered in your folly? Huh. I wonder if that's from a real... one of the actual Apocrypha documents. I think the Apocrypha are the additional books that were not actually included in the Bible. So the Bible, or the New Testament, has like the official books, the Book of John and the Book of everyone, but then there were several other ones that were recorded but not considered the actual holy word, so they weren't included in the Bible. And those were all called the Apocrypha. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, if you guys know more about this than me. I'm not sure why they were designated as, like, Apocrypha or sacrilegious or whatever. And I think that is where the other stories come from, like the story of Lilith, as opposed to it was just Adam and Eve. I think Lilith was referred to in the Apocrypha text, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, if you guys are sure, feel free to enlighten me. And if that was really one, that whole Uriel the angel with the sword of fire and good old Edward Yieldwald, then that's cool. Because you can't tell in this game, because the Talos Principle and the Straton of Stageira and stuff like that, some of those are just made up things. And some of the things that they reference are actual historical documents, so I'm not sure. Anyway, hi, I hope you get this. The internet's been disappearing unpredictably. I want you to know that I'm going to try to get to you. I know it's far and there's not a lot of time, but I think I can manage. I want to be with you. And on the road, trying to get to see you seems better than just staying here, so far away from you. At least I'll be as close as I can get. Remember, you mother... But hey, don't be sad. I might make it. I've thought about it, and the distance should be crossable on time. You mean in time? Assuming the mother don't kick in before I... See you soon. I love you. That's sad if you're not swearing during the middle of it. Sarabi. Nadia. Tags, none. Everything's dark and quiet. The stars are brighter than I've ever seen them. I can hear the faint sound of water high above. Inside, Alexandra is recording one of her time capsule messages while running tests on the scenario module. Arcadia is uploading another batch to the archive while muttering something about the MLA program, and Omar is sleeping on the couch we put up yesterday. And I'm sitting here, writing this, having trouble believing that it will ever end, that this oddly peaceful existence of ours won't just go on forever. I look at Talos and EL, and their purpose seems like something that's always going to be in the future, an ideal to work towards, not something that will become real. I wonder if there will be quiet places in the simulation, places to rest without thinking about the future. I hope so. Everyone deserves some moments of peace. Well, there definitely are, but somebody filled them with Tetris, so that sucks. Yeah, there were some peaceful, happy places. It is very weird that you guys didn't design exactly what the simulation would be, and you have to hope, because they put in the, like, RPG generator guy to be Elohim to randomly, or less randomly, but procedurally generate some of the areas. Should we hear... Yeah, let's hear her thing while we're on the way. I didn't see the symbol
think
of that
about the
one.
Middle Ages, about what it must have been like to live in the ruins of a great civilization, to know that so much has been lost. But then I remind myself that while the West sank into darkness, others picked up the pieces. That civilization always survived because the great insights of philosophy and science are not bound to any one culture or people. They belong to all of us, and one day they'll belong to you.
They belong to all of us, but not for long, because we're all dead. So one day they will belong to you, and not to all of us. Not to any of us. Okay, Alexandra. Is that true about the Middle Ages? They were living within ruins of a prior civilization? Or is that just like a matter of perspective? Because that was a strange... That is not, to my knowledge, how things work. Hello, why do I have no tools here? There has to be something, right, that I can interact with to get past door number 1. Oh, no, you're trapped. All of this stuff is trapped. Oh, never mind, here we go. This is a pressure plate. Okay, we've got 2 tools for the price of none, really, so that's nice. Okay. Hello, red glow. Alright, now we can power the fan already. Does that help? Hello, rainbow. Or in the future, do we just... That might be where we float up a box to connect another puzzle to the outside world. Yes. Can we reach that yet? Doesn't look like it. We need another connector, projector connector. Oh, we can get our second box already, though. Let's do that. Hello! Hello to my Elo. Lego my Elo. Seems like a nice fellow. Alright. Let's go boxing. Good old Mikey T. That's what all of his friends call him. They also call him Quagmilly Dibbly Doo. That's a trade secret though. So if you go up to him and call him that, like he'll act like he doesn't know what you're talking about. So alright, we need to bend the light around here. So we need more, or we float it over. We float up the light. Okay, fine. So we now have enough to have 2 boxes, to put the fan here, a box to open the Mama, then we can power the JAMA, we can put a box on the JAMA, but we need another projector. Because connecting A to B here isn't enough, right? So can we first do this? Or can we not do this? Because it already seems like we can't do that. But maybe we can if we just take it back far. Yeah, we can. Alright. Didn't have quite enough to do what we needed to do. Boop, boop. But we can do this already. Woo! Oh, little zap. Little zappy zap zap. I was thinking we were going to get a connector. I guess a connector would make it too easy. Why an extra box, though? Is this it? This is everything before we get to the last piece? There don't seem to be any other doors to mess around with. I wonder if we have to put it on 2 things? Okay, so we're going to connect you, even though you can't reach, because we can do that ahead of time. Then we're going to connect you here. Then we're going to connect you here. We're going to put this here. Up you go. Now we're going to take this here and boost you up higher. Okay, now we don't need this box, because you can still reach. Now we're going to get the final boost. That's enough. Red puzzle solved. Yeah, sometimes... I mean, there's just not a lot to do in this environment. I guess I've been stuck on some before where there didn't appear to be a lot to do. And I've also already found out about the box sub-stacking after the fact. We learned that in a different area where we were messing around. I think when we were trying to screw around with star possibilities. But why? That's a nice, clean puzzle. Damn, dude. Look at them clean puzzles. Okay, so even though that's flying, I don't think we're meant to get that out. Yeah, that beam does not look like it's something that's going into the outside world. But while we're here, across the bridge, let's go take a look around this island. We might be able to find a secret. Whoa, jumper! Whoa, whoa, whoa! This is water? It's like perfect reflection water. Okay. So we might be able to find one of those purple Ian machines. Is this one where, like, you take one step and you're 6 feet under? Yeah. Yeah, okay. In the beginning, your mom was your dad, and your dad was your mom. That's a weird beginning you had. Anything? Anything? Around the corner? No? We will go ahead and go back and look at the thing that we found last time with this whole area, which was, we found a connector. We have to use the jammer to turn off the minigun. We exited the game since then, so I don't know if that state is saved or we have to do it all again, but it wasn't a lot of steps anyway. But yeah, we found outside the area, placed it inside the puzzle zone. We could turn off we could use a jammer on a minigun and then grab a connector, and now we found a place in this episode where it looks like we can connect the connector to get something, find the source through the wall. But before we do that, we want to circle this island because this island is much more self-contained, and the other areas are all like a gigantic, sprawling kind of world. Like every world, A, B, and C has 1 or 2 zones in the 1 through 7 that are just sprawling, gigantic. And I haven't really scoured them fully for secrets, and I doubt we're going to, but, you know. Like the obelisk zone. There's a lot to search through there. There's so much beauty in these hidden corners of the world, even if they have no purpose. Perhaps they are beautiful because they have no purpose. The shepherd is super reasonable. Maybe, yeah. I hope it's true and that's not like a misdirection. I hope this area does actually have no purpose. Maybe some aspects of this are beautiful. It would be more so if, like, the sky was not a static skybox, but it was actually moving. But yeah, this could be a misdirection. There could be one of those super glitch power things here. Nope. Okay. In the beginning. Because not every single corner has to have a secret. Not every single dead end has to have a treasure box at the end. Alright, yeah, I'm not gonna search through every little nook and cranny of ground. Because there could be, theoretically, one path that lets you go out super far where there are words in Elohim's rant or whatever, his warning of out of bounds doesn't trigger, and you can just keep walking and get to the rainbow. If you take the time to search thoroughly and find the one singular path. Like finding a old school, like, one hidden corridor off the map in a old school RPG. How about under the bridge, though? Oh, nope. I'm trying to get back. Hard to see where is back, though, Elohim. I would have kind of liked it if the water was a little bit more transparent? I don't know. Or at least lighter blue. It looks nice from the surface, but underneath it looks like sewage. Alright, seems clear. Woo. Under the bridge downtown is where I drew some blood. Under the bridge downtown, I could not get enough. Woo-hoo. Yeah. So, alright, we got one more place to check, or one more puzzle to go through, but now it's getting close to the edge of reality for puzzles. Hey, paint bucket! It's been a while. That's a good find right now. Just a paint bucket on a stump. Where can I paint this paint bucket? I want to kind of put it next to... Before I've been putting my thoughts away from other people's thoughts. When I'm tired of trying to solve the mysteries of my life, I come here to rest. It's special somehow. I just watch the trees and water and do nothing. And that's cool, but does Elohim kill you for that? I like all of these kind of thoughtful remarks from the characters who you never actually interact with. Why are they all gone? Can they only run one sim at a time? Are these messages that seem like they're actually communicating with each other being left thousands of years after the prior message? Alright, can I paint here? Paint message. Yeah, I want to paint a message. Okay, so the ones that I have painted are blacked out? No. No, every other one is blacked out. Okay. I have no idea what's going on. Do you? You'll be needing a special device to solve this one. Have you tried crossing the laser beams? That is so confusing to me. Because nothing works when you do that. Certification program is a sham. What does a computer know about humanity? It feels as if I've been struggling with these problems for days. Did you take so long? This is without a doubt the hardest problem. Am I going crazy, or do the computer terminals have a personality? Some of these are very early kind of comments. Elohim keeps telling me I'm doing well, but these puzzles are simply impossible. That doesn't apply at all. Stay true to your path, for wondrous powers are granted to those who progress the furthest. That's like pushing Elohim's agenda. We all meander around this labyrinth trying to solve its puzzles, but we must remember that no matter how far any one of us progresses, we all remain equal. That makes no sense. Isn't that completely contradictory? The guys who solve 0 puzzles are completely equal to the people who solve thousands. I mean, in some ways, maybe, but in all ways, definitely not. I have now traveled this land extensively, and I can say without hesitation that this is the most beautiful spot. I don't necessarily agree with that. Sometimes you have to find the courage to break down the barriers with an axe. Don't bother going any further. I'm way ahead of you already. Solve this one in about 20 seconds. Get on with it. I'm not the first one to undertake these trials. That much is clear. If you are reading this, then neither have I been the last. Good. I was worried we wouldn't find one. Okay. That is appropriate. I'm a fan of that. Let's at least find... I want to go back and find the thingamathong. Oh, here's the thing. Here's the Elohim fallen universe where Elohim is screwed up out of his mind. If we use this, what happens? Nothing. It is so weird, the interface in this game, where it gives you use sometimes and it doesn't do anything. This one's not even giving me like a meh. Well, if we go on it, do we fall in again? No. Maybe this isn't where we fell in. But it is shaped exactly like that. So I assume it was just a one-way trip like the other psychedelic sensation areas. But I can no longer use this. I assume that's where we fell in, but the first time I fell in so suddenly that I wasn't paying too much attention of the type of ground that I was running on when it happened. Okay. What's over here? Oh, there's that. Guess what, guys? It's, yeah, the area has reset. Oh, good. Oh, crap. Now I have to go back to that other puzzle and put that blue light where it needs to be again. Oh, you little conservative mother jumping piece of dog monkey. Ah. This is not the one. Have we? Okay. Yeah. Well, that was a fun ending. Alright, there's one more puzzle to actually do in this area. One star to get. The star has to be in the outside land because so many things connect to it. Hey, at least my paint message persisted. Player. Version 99. I wonder if my version updates when I die. Don't hate the robotic player. Hate the robotic game. Labyrinth. This is the one. Okay, so I'm going to go set up the outside world. Schnikes. So we just need to get the first jammer, which is accessible, right? And we take it back. There we go. Okay, so you can do it right from the front. Great. So surprisingly enough, everything that we've done this episode has gone pretty smoothly. So I'm going to do this, finding these pieces that within the puzzle zones that can interact with things outside the puzzle zone, and get that connector next time and see if we can figure out what to connect it to, and if it's a star, and it's most likely the star in this zone. But grab the projector from the outside and see what we can do with it. We're going to do that next time. So that's going to do it for this episode of the Talos Principle. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, enjoying crazy robots or enjoying just normal life in an environment that isn't simulated, or in a simulated environment if that's your thing. Anyway, yeah, that's going to do it. We'll see you guys next time for more Talos Principle. Without purpose, there is only function. Without function, there is nothing. Without a function, he can do nothing and he is pointless. But why does that bother you? Now, we're just going to push.